opportunities to kind of immerse myself in a different culture and learn about like the kind of ins and outs of how French society works on a whole, which isn't necessarily something you can learn in a classroom. One difficulty was like budgeting, because I'm from quite a small rural area, kind of figuring out the difference between kind of rural living and city living, which is obviously a lot more expensive. And so kind of figuring out where you lie, and also the conversion between euros and pounds is something you have to get used to. Kind of being able to shop around for bank accounts that have kind of attractive international transfer rates, which is sometimes quite difficult to find a good one. So you might be charged extra for like transferring abroad at a certain bank, and it's worth shopping around for kind of accounts that have a good international transfer capacity.
Budgeting was an issue because in first year it was very like hedonistic what we were doing. We'd just be like, okay, we've got this amount of money from student loans, I'm just going to go out and have fun. I think once you start having like a part-time job or something that brings money in, that makes it so much easier to just budget yourself and go, okay, this is the amount coming in each month, I need to make sure, you know, I'm spending less than what's coming in.
I would recommend it to anyone. It's been an amazing 3 years. I've had minor problems with healthcare in so that I have a European health insurance card, and I had things that I was told to go have minor checks for, which turned out to be nothing, but due to the ultrasounds and the blood tests it ended up costing me a few £100, which can be reimbursed, but it's a very complicated system. And so I mean, that would have been one of my worst problems here, but I wish that I had maybe thought more about healthcare and insurance.
Probably the biggest challenge we had when we moved over was actually dealing with the paperwork, because nothing had actually prepared us for the sheer heavyweight load of French bureaucracy that we were going to have to deal with. I wish there was a magic bullet. I wish there was a magic trick that we could say that would make it easier for everybody, but no. But we got there in the end.
I had loads of really great experiences, meeting new friends and everything. I probably could have visited flats a little bit better and known what to look for a little bit better, but then that's just growing up and being less naive in the future. But yeah, not falling for things because they're really cheap. Yeah.
First thing I would say is, before I came here, I was incredibly shy, incredibly timid, and I didn't want to live with anyone else because I was too scared to. And the advice I would give is to just really push yourself and live with other people if you can, because it's such a better experience. When I was in my second year, I started living with people more, and that really brought myself on. And the hardest part to ever even come out here is the thought of just leaving where everything that's a safe environment for you, and to just go and do it. And once you just really say, okay, I'm gonna go, then you won't regret it. You really won't regret it.